Okay.
No issues, no issues.
Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer, and a slight delay. Apologies for that. Let's welcome Col Mayank Chaubey. Namaskar, sir. How are you? Colonel Saab, can you hear me?
Thank you, CG. Good morning, namaskar, and yes, loud and clear. Can you?
Wonderful, sir. So we have
Hello,
viewers.
am I audible?
Yes, you're perfect. You're perfect. We're live now. Lots of people joined in. So viewers,
Great.
there's a lot happening, and Pakistan has gone and bombed supposedly the hideouts of many of the operating groups that are operating active in Pakistan. But there's a very thin line between this and bombing some things which Taliban considers its own. So we don't know when that line is going to be crossed. Colonel Saab has got a couple of presentations. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much once again for getting ready in such a short notice.
No, thank you so much. I was already working on that because I knew I knew that somewhere or the other we'll be requiring all these inputs. So I was already on the job, and it just came by that we were discussing this topic. So what I did was I tried to analyze two things. First was the attack per se, and secondly, the mindset behind the attack.
Yes.
So that is very important, and for that we will see the first presentation. We'll just run through the first presentation.
Yes. Okay. Let me load this one. Is it the right one?
G. Exactly.
Go ahead.
So we saw that on the night of 21st and 22nd of February, Pakistan, they struck basically three places that we'll come to later. They were the bordering towns of Afghanistan and adjoining Pakistan. Now the Pakistanis claim that they had attacked the terrorist hideouts and the terrorist launch pads. Now, whatever words I am using, just remember the words have been used by some other country in the world also, and against Pakistan. So they do this, and they say that they killed around 70 terrorists. Afghanistan says that you killed around 13 innocent civilians, including women and children. So this is the Pakistani claim. They said that they are being attacked continuously by the TTP from across the border. So they had to perforce go and attack them. So the groups that were involved were TTP and the ISKP. And this is what the Islamabad says, that the militant sanctuaries, they exist across the border. Now you see, you replace the word Pakistan by India and Afghanistan by Pakistan. So this presentation can be run at the other side also. So
yes.
We have come back around circle. There was a lady in your country, Sriji, and she was wedded to the president of that country. And she, while speaking of Pakistan, said that if in case you rear snakes in your backyard, don't think that they will not come back to bite you. So it is all coming true. It was a prophetic statement which is now coming true. So this is what is being faced by Pakistan. Now they conducted aerial strikes, as we discussed. They target the militants camped in TTP and ISKP. And it was a selective operation. Sriji, I will come to the other presentation. Hindi में we say नकल के लिए भी अकल चाहिए होती है.
Yes.
So they are trying to imitate what India had done in Operation Sindoor now. But of course, नकल के लिए भी अकल चाहिए होती है, and अकल पाकिस्तान के पास में unfortunately नहीं है. Now they attacked the eastern border provinces of Nangarhar, Khost and Paktika. So these are the three places which got hit by them. I was trying to put a slide of the map which I could not place, so hence that blank slide in between. Now Pakistan was trying to justify that we have done this in retaliation of the recent militant attacks. We all are aware the way the TTP has gone and literally thrashed the Pakistani security forces, be it their military, be it their paramilitary forces, any forces. They have come under heavy attack by TTP, And Sriji, these figures were rattled out by their own defense minister in the parliament. How many officers lost, how many Jawans lost, how many JCOs lost in such fighting. And the figures, they ran into thousands. My belief is that Pakistan has lost one brigade strength of personnel in the entire year. One brigade means 3 battalions. Each battalion has got 700 to 800 men. And that is what the defense minister announced in the parliament. This is a colossal loss by any standing army of the world. They haven't lost these many people in any of the conflicts which they had with India. But now they are facing the music. Now they are facing the same music because they had created this symphony. Now, what is the human impact? Human impact, as we have discussed, Pakistan says we killed 70 terrorists. Afghans say that innocent children and ladies, they lost their lives. Homes were damaged. And what they did, they tried to imitate the attacks by the Indians. So they destroyed the madrasa, least realizing that madrasa is meant for education. And what India hit was the terrorist hideout, which they had masqueraded in form of a madrasa. नकल के लिए भी अकल चाहिए होती है, बार बार यही बात बोलता हूँ. I think I should flash the slide that in 1947, India was not partitioned based on religion. It was partitioned on the basis of IQ. And the lower IQ, they went on the other side of the... I was corrected in the TV station by none other than Ambassador Deepak Vora. He said, no, Colonel Saab, it is not Radcliffe line. It is radical line. Because all the radicals rely on the other side of that line. So let us christen that as the radical line. So they all are present on the other side. CG, I would request your viewers just to fold their hands and thank God that we are born in this part of this world, which I must say is one of the most peaceful countries in the world. And when I say the world, I include Sriji's country where he is residing as of now. It is also not that peaceful. So what are the Afghan response? The Afghans, they openly said that Pakistanis had violated their sovereignty. India had issued an official statement condemning the Pakistani attack. And so the entire world has also done so. Now, let me come to the important slide. Now, what are the implications? The strains which are there on the Pakistan-Afghanistan relations will all keep on aggravating, needless to say that. Now, what do we understand from this attack? That such attacks will keep continuing. Both the parties will keep contesting how many civilians killed. Risk of escalation persists. Will Mr. Trump look towards Afghanistan or will he look slightly west? It's an important question. This is the flag which comes into prominence. This is the famous TTP flag. Now, why does TTP come into play? Because TTP has issued a statement that if in case Pakistan does not desist from such activities, it will be obliterated from the map. Now, this was no small statement. Till now, Sriji, we have not seen such statement coming out. But this was a clear-cut warning that they will finish Pakistan. And this is what is happening. If you see South Waziristan, the writ of Pakistan military, Pakistan governance, it does not run there. The TTP handles everything. Balochistan out. I can say safely that 55% of Pakistan is officially out of their control. Officially out of their control. What they are handling is just Pakistani Punjab and Sindh, if you can say very loosely. We will now try and upload the second presentation, Sriji. That the irony lies that you are trying to handle such a situation where you have got no say. Let us just compare India and Pakistan in a slide. Now, when we see Pakistan, 45% of the population of Pakistan lives in poverty. 16.5 in abject poverty. And the third line is the catch. 1.9 million more projected to fall into poverty. So you see, we will come to the graph subsequently. In Pakistan, poverty is rising as the years progress. We compare that with India. Pakistan is very fond of comparing everything with India. So for the sake of your Pakistani audience, I am showing this comparison now. India extreme poverty is 5.3% and 269 million people were lifted out of poverty. Third line on the first bullet, 1.9 million people are going to fall into poverty in Pakistan. In India, we have lifted these many people out of poverty. This is the graph of poverty of these two countries. Again, thank your stars that you were born in India. Because the yellow line shows Pakistan, poverty is steadily increasing. In 2012, it was just 30%. It has now gone beyond 45%. Whereas in India, it is now dropping at a steady pace. Now, what are the economic drivers? I don't want to dwell into all these things. What happens when poverty rises? Poverty rises when poverty is reduced. Your tax base increases. More and more people come into the tax ambit. So economic strength increases. When the economic strength increases, your military sustainability also increases. And that is what we are seeing in our part of this world. That India is steadily growing into a par. And if I say a military par, it won't be a wrong thing to say. We are now not only making weapons, we are exporting also. Inflation and growth dynamics, I think this is overkill. These are the comparative poverty ratios. You see, in India, the extreme poverty is the first graph, Pakistan, second graph, and the third graph is overall poverty.
Columns.
And yeah, the third column, you see the towers. So Pakistan, when they say, has Pakistan beaten India somewhere, we can proudly say that yes, Pakistan has beaten us in poverty at least. In addition to the other things. GDP versus defense, I don't want to dwell on this. How do we look at the situation? If you're economically strong, you can leverage geopolitically. That is what we are doing now. Now, wherever India enters in the arena, we are entering at a place of a higher standing. When we enter G7 meetings, we don't just enter, we make a place for ourselves and then we enter. So this is a difference which happens when you are economically gaining strength. So governance capacity determines long-term balance. This is the underlying factor. And this is how I conclude this presentation, 𝗍𝗍. We can just go out of it. This was just to bring our thoughts to one point as to what Pakistan has done, what it is likely to face, and if their thought process is to emulate India, this is what they should emulate India on, and not the military actions, because our military actions are very calibrated. Pakistan has a sledgehammer, and if in case you have a sledgehammer, every problem to you is a nail. That is the issue with Pakistan. So they don't try to remove the problem, they try and increase or aggravate the problem. See, what happens is, if in case we have politicians ruling the country, politicians rule a country in a manner in which negotiations and sane thinking is a part of it. But when you have military men ruling the country, I won't say that sanity goes away, but you see a problem which has got only a military solution. Since you're a military man, you will think in that manner. And negotiations, they take a backseat. So this is the bane of Pakistan, and I pity those who are on the other side of the rat life. Very difficult situations for them. I don't see things improving for Pakistan in the coming years. And if in case I say that balkanization of Pakistan is on the cards, they are not trotting towards balkanization, they are galloping towards balkanization. This is what I can say. And TTP is going to have the reins now. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, Colonel Saab. So let's play this thing out a little bit more. India being a bigger neighbor, would India be modeling all these things? Okay, bhai, if this happens, then this is how the outcome is going to be. Because I have seen some maps wherein, if there is balkanization, that India is not going to just allow the existing Pakistan to break up into smaller parts, but India might actually move all the way in Sindh up to the Sindh River, Indus River. So Sindh gets split in half, and the reason for that is India wants a permanent solution for the Hindus stuck there. Fortunately, Sindh has the maximum number of Hindus, and there will be ways to, bring the others into there and give them the kind of comfort and security that they need. This is one of the things that I have seen. So India probably has these things modeled out already. And in fact, if you remember, sir, 65, 71, India has occupied sections of Pakistan, and they have actually administered them for a year or more sometimes. Barmer area comes to mind. In Rajasthan, the adjoining area inside Pakistan, they were running it for 71 war, 72 only the talks concluded. So for several months, India was in control. So India knows how to do this thing, and maybe India has a plan up its sleeve. In fact, I wouldn't stop at five or four parts, but I would go to 5, 6 parts. The reason is Saraikis don't like Punjab. Southern Punjabis don't like Punjab. They want Saraiki wants their own land, and same way, POJK, it might not merge into India. It might be kept as a separate union territory. Likewise for Gilgit Baltistan also, because it's going to take time to bring them into India as a full-fledged state. And therefore, so you are having some places where you'll have suzerainty of India, meaning like India will be responsible for some things of that country. Finance comes to mind, meaning like currency, administration, if they want help in administration, creating their own IIS kind of academy so that they can have their own, bureaucracy and things of that nature. But most likely a defense pact where we are saying that, okay, we'll take care of your defense need, because a completely shriveled Pakistan is still going to start doing this, dhakka marte rahenge idhar udhar. So all the adjoining newer countries will need some protection to keep these guys in check. And this will be a mad country, because they felt that they were a superior race. I mean, British, for their, in their infinite wisdom, they called these people as a martial race, superior race, just because they happen to be tall. It's just bullshit, but be that as it may, some of the British officer training camps, companies in Britain are only in business because they keep getting people from cadets from Pakistan. They go and get trained there. And then there are some other countries, but mostly it is Pakistan that sends their people to get trained in England. So this is going to be a very interesting situation. Let's play this thing out. But I think it is headed towards that direction. I don't see any other way out. And India will have its work cut out, because if they need to have proper agriculture in Sindh, they need to do a lot of dredging. The sea water is coming in because water from Himalayas in Sindh is drying up before it reaches the sea. That's a very bad situation right now.
So whatever is holding Pakistan, I'm really doubtful whether it will be able to hold it for long or not. So it's in my mind, it's galloping towards balkanization. And what I foresee, Sriji, is that they may be depending on Mr. Trump, that Mr. Trump would help Pakistan. I'm sorry. Mr. Trump at any point of time can go back to the BLA and say that, okay, we are going to have a pact with you, and we want these resources from your land. We are speaking now one-on-one with you. This is what I foresee happening. At any point of time, Pakistan will be dropped like a hot potato. China, they have already antagonized with. China, they have already antagonized. China is not very happy with Pakistan. And the US is also not very happy. So disillusionment would come very soon. Not a very happy state of affairs for Pakistan. India has to keep itself warned, because what happens is when you have instability, refugee influx is a issue. So movement of thousands of people toward the Indian border, because they all know that this is a prosperous country, and we will survive here and we can flourish if in case we shift here. So, first of all, they have to prove whether they are de-radicalized. Now, de-radicalization is a very important thing, which I don't think ever happens. It takes at least a generation to de-radicalize. You
Yeah, yeah.
cannot de-radicalize in the same generation. So 50 odd years, yes, one has to wait. You have to prove your worth, your mettle, that you are worth being an Indian. Your land, of course, it is not your land, it was my land. But you have to prove with worth whether you are fit to be living on that land. That is a very important thing to have a look at. So, of course, I'm very sure that the government does have this in mind. And if you recall, the GOC in C of Western Command, he made a statement that till such time we don't annex some land from Pakistan, Pakistan will not understand that they have lost it. So things
Yes,
are
yes.
moving towards that direction. Let's wait and watch what happens actually on ground.
Thank you so much, Colonel Saab. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel as well as Run Niti. It is coming live on both channels. Please do subscribe to our channels and also like this video. And you can also subscribe to the other channel. If you are watching it on PGurus, you can subscribe to Run Niti channel and vice versa. Thank you so much, Colonel Saab. We'll see you again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. IST in Hindi. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Siji. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.